So number 1, what is the sum of the first 100 integers? So it's a summation, so we're looking at a series. Which means I need to figure out, is it arithmetic or geometric? The first 100 integers would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, all the way up to 100. Well, there's a constant increase of 1, which means this is arithmetic. So I'm going to use my formula, S sub n equals n divided by 2. I know the first and the last term, so I can use times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So the sum of the first 100 terms is 100 divided by 2. The first term is 1, the last term is 100. So I end up with 50 times 101. And when I do that, I get 5,050. Alright, let's go to number 3. What is the 7th term in this sequence? I've got to figure out, is this a constant difference or constant ratio? Let's see, 24 minus 6, 96 minus 24, they're not the same. Let's do 24 divided by 6 and 96 divided by 24. There we go, constant ratio. So we are multiplying by 4. I could just keep going if I wanted to. So there's 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you both. We have 6 times 4 is 24, times 4 is 96. And then you can just start hitting enter, because once you do something in the calculator 2 times in a row, it recognizes it as a pattern. So that's the 4th term, 5th term, 6th term, 7th term. And I could just do that. Or what I can do is write my explicit formula, which says g sub n is the first term times the constant ratio 4 to the n minus 1. So g sub 7 is 6 times 4 to the 7 minus 1 would be 6. So in my calculator, 6 times 4 to the 6th. And I still get 24,576. Let's go on to number 4. What are the first 5 terms of this sequence? The first term is negative 8. It says take the previous term and add 6. So negative 8, if I need to use my calculator, I can. Negative 8, add 6, I get negative 2. Add 6, I get 4. 10, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. What is the 5th term of this sequence? The first term is 6. And we're adding 3.25 to the previous term. So 6 plus 3.25 would be 9.25. The next term plus 3.25 would be 12.5, 15.75, and then 19. There is my 5th term. If I didn't want to do all of that, I could have written my explicit formula. A sub n equals the first term plus 3.25 times n minus 1. So a sub 5 would be 6 plus 3.25 times 5 minus 1 would be 4. And I could have just typed that into my calculator. 6 plus 3.25 times 4 and gotten 19. So I can either go through and find all the terms, or I can use my explicit formula. Right, number 6 asks me to write a recursive formula for this arithmetic sequence. Well, recursive always has two parts, where I first list the first term, and then you say the nth term is the previous term, and now I've got to figure out what my constant difference is. Remember, difference is always term minus previous term. And they've already told me that this is arithmetic, so I already know that there's going to be a constant difference. So I can use any two sets. I could take this term minus this previous, this one minus this one, or this one minus that one. Let's just do this first set. Negative 20.35 minus negative 8.5. And I can use my calculator. Negative 20.35 minus negative 8.5, and I get negative 11.85. That's my constant difference. So minus 11.85. So this whole thing is my recursive formula.